Now she's scheduled to be in Tokyo.
She can make it back.
Check 1 2 3. Hello 1 2 3 4. Audio check. Sounding okay? Is it doing this? Okay. Okay.
Taylor and Brittany. There'd be a lot of pass interference called against Baltimore. Just know it. Yeah.
So if Taylor's not there, then Kelsey might not be getting in the end zone. If she is there, I don't know.
The NFL wants her there. I'm telling you, it's gonna be.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
Right, fill in wherever the rest of there.
Rating machine.
So I have some stuff in the
Yeah. I mean, how can you? I mean, no one owns 16. I mean, come on. How can you not? Oh, I love the ancient TV. That guy.
We went to get close to see if you love that guy. I'm gonna be getting on the train now. Yeah. Really followed one in the back after that. So I'll go with that. So you hear that on your audio? That's
I'm sorry, guys. I'm promising it out of your way.
No, you're good.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Good morning. I'm United States Attorney Kenneth Parker. I want to start by acknowledging who is joining me this morning. DEA Special Agent in Charge, Orville Green. Homeland Security Investigations Acting Special Agent in Charge, Sean Gibson. Ohio Narcotics Intelligence Center Executive Director, Cynthia Peterman. IRS Criminal Investigation Supervisory Special Agent, Carolyn Peters. United States Postal Inspection Service Team Leader, Brian Green. Columbus Division of Police Deputy Chief Rob Sagal. Upper Arlington Police Division Lieutenant Jason Messer. Franklin County Sheriff's Office Chief Deputy Richard Minard. Most importantly, I have here Assistant United States Attorney Michael Hunter, who is prosecuting this case, along with Justice Department Trial Attorney Emily Cohen of the Money Laundering and Asset Recovery Section. I want to thank each of the law enforcement agency heads for joining me today and for the commitment and work of their personnel who provided tremendous assistance to this investigation and prosecution. I would also like to thank the other law enforcement agencies who could not join us today, as they served to ensure we were able to hold Bamit Singh accountable for his crimes. Those agencies include the United Kingdom's National Crime Agency, the Crown Prosecution Service, the Central Authority, and the Justice Department's Office of International Affairs. Bamit Singh pled guilty today to conspiracy to distribute narcotics, as well as conspiracy to commit money laundering. Between the time period of 2012 and 2017, Singh operated a drug trafficking organization that distributed large amounts of MDMA, ecstasy, ketamine, LSD, cocaine, heroin, fentanyl, and various other Schedule IV narcotics. The distribution network spanned throughout the United States and elsewhere. It included 50 states here, and it also included Canada, Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, Scotland, Ireland, and England. Singh first started on the clear web, as we would say, but in an attempt to avoid detection, moved his operations to the dark web, to sites such as Silk Road 1, Silk Road 2, Alpha Base, and Hansa. He would change up when he believed that anyone may be on to the operations. He would change his drug trafficking handles. He used monikers such as Liston. Liston is here. Liston is here as well, or Liston BK, to name a few. He would even sign off in a self-perceived cutesy manner with, quote unquote, "I am still dancing." The way it worked is that the co-conspirators would order from him. He would then ensure that those conspirators received the narcotics via the mail or other shipping services. And working with our law enforcement counterparts in England, Singh was arrested in London in April of 2019. He was extradited to the United States in 2022, following a series of 2023, apologize. And that was after a series of unsuccessful appeals. You see, people engage in this type of illegal activity for a quick buck, and Singh was no different. He requested that the co-conspirators who purchased narcotics from him would pay him through cryptocurrency or Bitcoin. And he sought to have the co-conspirators conceal the proceeds through wire transactions of the cryptocurrency. But I submit to you that no amount of planning or attempts to conceal illegal activities will render them beyond the discovery of law enforcement through good investigatory work. Through the dedicated work of the law enforcement teams, I can announce that not only will Singh face imprisonment for his crime, as part of his plea, he is forfeiting more than $150 million in cryptocurrency. Following his sentence, he will be deported to India, his country of origin. To date, the collaborative work of the law enforcement teams contributing to dismantling this drug trafficking network has led to the arrest of another 7 co-conspirators, 2 of which have been convicted in the Southern District of Ohio, and another 5 are looking at whether or not they're going to plead guilty to drug trafficking charges in New York, Maryland, North Carolina, and North Dakota. The investigatory work of the law enforcement agencies you see here today continues. That work is done in the spirit of protecting the people of the Southern District of Ohio and elsewhere, national and international, from persons like Singh who engage in trafficking narcotics and laundering the proceeds. Whether a person does it through methods of actual currency or cryptocurrency, this case shows that our dedicated men and women of law enforcement will go where the investigation leads them, the dark web or other places, to properly seize the ill-gotten gains of the perpetrators' activities. You see, the music stopped for Singh in April of 2019, and it has not started again. He has not danced for quite some time. Ultimately, Singh's plea only reinforces that illegal activities to distribute narcotics and launder monies from doing so is never worth the trouble and accountability, which is imprisonment and loss of your ill-gotten gains. At this time, I will turn this podium over to DEA Special Agent in Charge, Green.
Thank you, U.S. Attorney Parker. Good morning, everyone. My name is Orville Green. I am the Special Agent in Charge of the DEA Detroit Field Division, which also covers Michigan and Ohio. This case involves the largest single digital asset seizure in DEA history. The defendant has forfeited cryptocurrency accounts that ultimately became worth over $150 million. Banmeet Singh, an Indian national, was based in India and the United Kingdom since 2012. He operated vendor sites on the dark web, as well as on the open web as well, selling controlled substances, including fentanyl, LSD, ecstasy, Xanax, ketamine, and tramadol in quantities ranging from grams to kilograms. His criminal organization distributed hundreds of kilograms and tens of thousands of pills of controlled substances throughout the United States and in countries across the world. Investigators identified at least 8 US-based distribution cells supplied by the Singh drug trafficking organization. One of the cells was based in Columbus, Ohio. In October of 2018, Singh was indicted in the Southern District of Ohio on multiple narcotics and money laundering charges, and in November of 2018, he was approved as a Consolidated Priority Organization Target, or CPOT. CPOTs are leaders of the most prolific drug trafficking and money laundering organizations who have the greatest impact to the illicit drug supply in the United States. DEA and other law enforcement agencies combine their efforts to target CPOTs with the goal of disrupting or dismantling the organizations. On April 26, 2019, members of the National Crime Agency arrested Singh at his residence in Coventry, England, in coordination with investigators from the DEA Columbus District Office. A subsequent search warrant was executed and resulted in the seizure of electronic media, documents, and other crucial evidence. Further investigation revealed Singh had amassed more than $100 million in cryptocurrency. On March 19th, 2023, Singh was extradited to Columbus following the exhaustion of his challenges to extradition while detained in the UK. Mr. Singh is one of 8 defendants who were members of the drug trafficking organization who have been convicted of drug trafficking charges throughout the United States. I'd like to recognize the contributions of our federal, state, and local partners, especially the U.S. Attorney's Office, Homeland Security Investigations, Internal Revenue Service, U.S. Postal Inspection Service, the Ohio Narcotics Intelligence Center, Franklin County Sheriff's Office, the Columbus Division of Police, and Upper Arlington Division of Police. Your commitment to dismantle international criminal organizations is unwavering and was integral to the success of this investigation. I would be remiss if I did not recognize the unwavering efforts of the investigative team, led by the Columbus Cyber Group, throughout this investigation, particularly in identifying and tracking the suspected illicit proceeds that resulted in the forfeiture of over $150 million in cryptocurrency. If not for the team's dedication and expertise, this seizure would not have been possible. Furthermore, the arrest of CPOT Singh, the seizure of the illicit drug proceeds, and the dismantlement of the drug trafficking organization ultimately prevented the DTO from continuing their global distribution enterprise and undoubtedly saving lives. This investigation exemplifies teamwork and is a testament to our commitment to keep our community safe. Thank you. Here's Attorney Parker.
I will now ask for HSI Acting SAC Gibson to take.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, everybody. My name is Sean Gibson. I'm the Acting Special Agent in Charge for Homeland Security Investigations Detroit Field Office, which serves the same as DEA, Ohio, and Michigan. I'd like to thank United States Attorney Kenneth Parker and SAC Orville Green and all of our federal and state and local teammates for their partnership in this case. Dismantling online marketplaces that seek to poison our communities is a top priority for HSI. This clandestine avenue to distribute drugs tears apart families and communities. Leveraging our international footprint and the partnerships that you see here today, HSI will do everything we can to safeguard Ohio communities against drug traffickers. Today's plea is the culmination of years of hard work across multiple districts here in the United States and internationally. I'd like to personally thank the field level agents and prosecutors, the same ones that live in the communities and work in our communities, for their efforts to diligently pursue this case and end in this plea agreement. Thank you, and I'll turn it back over to our U.S. Attorney Parker for questions.
Yes, now, at this time, we will take a few questions. I submit that we will keep our questions very tight. This was a plea today, and there will be a sentencing. And so we would like to make sure we keep that in mind as we provide our answers.
Can you tell us the Central Ohio connections with drugs distributed here? Do you have personnel here who are working for them? How is Columbus involved?
So the way he would do it, the individuals would contact him, and they were, as I indicated, co-conspirators, and there were at least 2 here in Columbus, to which received drugs via Mr. Singh, and through the hard work, were also addressed right here in Columbus. That's how we have our being.
And then they resold the drugs.
Yes.
In Columbus from
Correct. Correct.
Why prosecute him here? He was operating all over the country.
Yeah.
Why prosecute him in the Southern District?
So, to me, it's a myth that most people believe that, you know, drugs coming from, as far as from the international waters, have to touch upon our states or districts in the southwest border or somewhere on the borderline. We're showing that when you impact the Southern District of Ohio, we're going to go where we need to address those people, and that's why we brought him here to deal with him. We had venue here. He should be addressed here. Our citizens are equally important as anyone else, and we're not going to wait to see if he's prosecuted on the border. We're going to bring you back here. Weather's nicer.
With all this cryptocurrency, this is a new and developing issue within prosecutions. You talk a little bit about the difficulty in tracking this and being able to find everything you needed that maybe you didn't even understand when you first saw the case file on your desk.
So, crime continues to morph. Individuals continue to try to avoid detection and so forth, and technology changes. Cryptocurrency is just a new method where individuals seek to launder the illicit proceeds as to what he pled to, one of the charges. Just like the dark web is a place that individuals attempt to use, and other things. As things change, we modify our approaches and we change and we adapt. Is there difficulty there? Should be, could be, but our prosecutors, they know how to adapt well, right? And they know how to address the individuals who believe that they can use these modifications in technology or currency to try to avoid detection.
Do you know if any of the drugs that were distributed here in Central Ohio, do they contribute to any kind of overdose deaths, anything like that happens here?
That's a good question, which I even asked myself, and no, we don't know if it did. He'd be facing a mandatory minimum of 20 years because he would have been addressed as such if we could prove it up to him. Yes.
I know sentencing comes later, but could you speak to a range of potential prison sentence that something like this crime would come with?
Right. He's looking at he pled to a C plea. That would put him in he's facing up to 20 years. That puts him, but the C plea, and through things that have been worked out and things that have been, as far as the plea negotiations, he's facing 96 months.
Can you talk a little bit about how you got to him I'm guessing since he's the bigger fish,
Yeah.
he wasn't the first one you guys came in contact with.
Well, good law enforcement work. I cannot credit it enough. The collaborative efforts of the law enforcement agencies, their work with dedicated prosecutors, dedicated assistants who then connect with the Department of Justice's agencies, trial attorneys like Emily Cohen, Michael Hunter, who then says, we're going to go where the evidence takes us, where witnesses may be, and they, as I found with Assistant U.S. Attorney Hunter, says, I've got something there in London. I would like to go there and follow the facts, follow the testimony, follow the evidence, where it takes me. And that's where he went, where the evidence took him. That's where we extradited Mr. Singh from after a number of unsuccessful extradition attempts by him.